rediscoveringnewyork.com. It's a talk show with an extreme time limit. Each host writes down 5 topics and throws it in the bowl. Once all 10 topics are in, it's time to pull them out one by one and discuss. But be careful, the clock is ticking. They'll have 1 minute to talk about each topic. Once time is up, you hear this sound.
Get out of my basement!
Time to move on. Our hosts are Iggy, chronic overshare and one-time bedwetter, and Jojo, pop culture enthusiast. This is the 10 in 10.
I'm going to be writing a review on the TV show Looking. I watched the pilot last night when it aired, and I should have the review out by hopefully soon. Hopefully before this video gets posted. If not, it'll be posted shortly after.
Yeah, so check out, I was gonna say, check out a link for that down below.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian was sworn by paparazzi while entering a medical facility. An 18-year-old man helped her inside and began calling the photographers the N-word. After she asked him not to use that language, he told her, "Shut up, N-word lover, stupid slut." Kim called Kanye West, and while on the phone, the man yelled, "Fuck you, N-word." Kanye rushed to the doctor's office and punched the man. Okay, I don't know, people are saying that violence is never the answer, but in this case, I think that man, I don't know, I think he deserved to be punched in the face. He said some despicable things, and obviously you can't reason with someone like that.
I mean, what do people expect Kanye to do? I mean, what do people expect anybody to do in that type of situation? Like, if someone's being that openly ignorant to your face, calling you slurs, I mean, whatever. I feel like some things are reckoned for.
Yeah, and it's not even just the words. Like, I wouldn't put it past that Kanye and Kim Kardashian really thought they were in physical danger, because this man was next to Kim Kardashian saying these horrible things, was probably getting aggressive. I don't know, I can't blame him.
And just the psychology of, like, celebs in general, or, like, people that are in the media, like, it's really difficult to hear shit like that all the time. And, well, maybe not like that specifically, but they definitely do hear it, and, you know, that's something to think about, too.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm just not here for anyone preaching, like, the kumbaya shit about this.
Yeah.
I'm not here for it. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so... Lil Za.
Justin Bieber continues his streak of bad behavior after he allegedly egged his neighbor's house. While the police detained him in a garage, and the cops searched his house, and they didn't find any eggs, I guess, or whatever they were looking for, but they did find cocaine, bottles of codeine, and cookie jars filled with weed. But plot twist, Justin Bieber didn't walk out in handcuffs, Lil Za did. So the first thing I thought about when reading this was, who's Lil Za?
Who is
Lil Za? Don't even know, I've never heard a song or anything, or if he's a rapper or whatever he is. I don't know, I don't get it. But I think that it's weird that it was Justin Bieber's house and somehow someone else got arrested for something that wasn't even related. But then again, I don't really know much about the justice system in that sense, so.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing just sounds really strange to me. It can't have just been searching for eggs. I feel like the police had to have been casing this house for a really long time, or using any sort of excuse to go in and find some sort of drugs, because, like, what happens if you find eggs in the fridge? Like, that's a normal thing.
Yeah. People are also saying that, like, if the eggs match the eggs.
Oh, yeah.
But how do you know?
Like, forensically connect the eggs. It's like way too much time on your hands, police department.
There are bigger and better things to worry about.
So ridiculous.
Justin Bieber, stop. So, Jezebel set up some controversy this week after Lena Dunham's Vogue cover was released. Within minutes, the internet was up in arms about the seemingly overbearingly photoshopped spread, with people stating that if you've seen an episode of Girls, you know the images did not represent her true form. Jezebel stepped in, offering $10,000 to the person who could release the unaltered photos. So...
It's cruel.
You can take this one.
There's no reason. I think I have a lot of issues with Jezebel, and it's unfortunate that it's one of the few big feminist websites we have. But if Jezebel really had an issue with Vogue, there are plenty of other issues they could have done it with. To go after Lena Dunham with those bullshit reasons they gave is kind of offensive to me, as someone who doesn't even like them. But I think if you're gonna come after a witch hunt for page views and attention, you can at least disguise yourself a little bit better. And you must be really shitty when you make me have to defend Lena Dunham, is how I feel. So I have a lot of feelings about this.
Yeah, no, that's great. Like, I pretty much feel the same way. I just don't. It was also, like, alarming to me, like, how quickly, like, someone actually responded to it, and how quickly the images got leaked. Like,
absolutely.
Okay. Laverne Cox's book deal.
Oh, yay!
So, trans actress Laverne Cox, best known as Sophia from Orange is the New Black, has landed herself a book deal. The book will be released in 2015, and it will be a memoir that she says that will provide a voice and safe place for those who have suffered because of their race, class, gender, abuse, violence, and trauma. I am so ready for this book. I am absolutely ecstatic. I love Laverne Cox on Orange is the New Black. The interview she did with Katie Couric and Carmen Carrera, like, I just, ever since, like, I've known about her, I've had nothing but praise for her. And I'm really happy to see what she does with this.
Absolutely, same. I'm really excited for, I believe it's Redefining Realness by Janet Mock that's coming out. I'm so excited for, and I'm really excited for this too. I just think there are necessary voices needed that are missing from the conversation, because that Katie Couric interview demonstrated that there's clearly not a lot of ignorance still out there. So I'm excited for this book for so many reasons.
Yeah, I think it also demonstrated that there is a voice that wants to be heard in terms of like media outlets and in terms of like books, TVs, movies, all categories, all platforms, and I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, I'll be buying it.
I will be buying it. Send us copies.
Yeah.
I'll still buy it. So Jojo being free.
Yeah.
Not me, Jojo.
Yeah, I was very confused at first. It's like, you've always been right here.
So after a long, drawn-out battle with her former record label Blackground, Jojo was finally released from her contract and signed to Atlantic Records. So I'm really excited for her. As a fellow Jojo, I have nothing but joy that she was finally released, and I thought that whole thing was stupid because she did have albums and stuff that were waiting to be released and it just didn't release them. So how do you expect someone to like perspire from that? I don't get it. Like,
yeah,
it's a silly situation.
I can't imagine how frustrating it must have been for her to not be able to release music. I believe she said that she can never go back to a 9-to-5 job, so I'm like, how can you make money? But also, like, I still have Angel Haze in my mind that sometimes, like, I don't know. I hope this is obviously a good decision for her because she can release music. I just hope people actually support her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
and she did and she did a really good job of keeping her cred, like with all the mixtapes and stuff that she released for free. And yeah, hopefully she can battle it out with it.
Yeah. Oscar snubs. Okay. The 2014 Oscar nominations are here. As expected, American Hustle and 12 Years a Slave lead the pack. However, there are definitely a few snubs. And what I think was the most important snub is that Fruitvale Station was not nominated for an Oscar. If you don't know what Fruitvale Station is about, it is about the story of Oscar Grant, who was a San Francisco Bay Area man who was riding public transportation on New Year's Eve and was shot while handcuffed by a police officer, and the police officer claimed that he thought it was a taser and basically killed this man, and in my opinion justice was not served. And I thought this film was so important because it humanized the victim. And if you're probably like a person of color watching this, you probably are saying, well, why is that important? And I think it's important because there are a lot of people who automatically see black men and think of them as dangerous. And I thought this film was important because you saw Oscar Grant as a victim, as you should, who suffered deadly consequences of injustice. So.
Yeah. The next one we're going to talk about is Liam Payne and his homophobia. So Liam Payne from One Direction made headlines this week after praising the TV show Duck Dynasty, specifically Willie Robertson and his family values. After numerous people calling him out, Payne made his version of a fake apology, which dragged on for more than 11 tweets. Those 11 tweets, or what was more than 11 tweets, were extremely hard to sit through. I've had the same problem like calling out straight people when they say things that are homophobic that they don't think are homophobic. And I thought the whole backpedaling thing was really annoying, and then victim blame, I don't know, it was just like a whole mess. It was a really big mess.
Yeah, part of me wants to sympathize with him because I loosely follow what happens with One Direction. And I happen to
Be careful.
I happen to know that this poor person has been through a whole lot. They asked fans to leave him alone so he can go with his family, and they straight up to his face told him this is why everyone likes Harry. They've been camping outside of his house. Like, I just feel really, really bad. But you know, when you fuck up, you have to say, I'm sorry, I fucked up. It's okay if you've been so busy being famous and rich that you didn't realize that the people on the show said these fucked up things. But family values is a very specific term, and it means something to people when you say it. It basically reinforces that I agree with your homophobic views. And even if you didn't mean that, you need to come out and clarify it instead of bashing the people who called you out on the fucked up things you said. So part of me wants to feel bad for him because I couldn't imagine being under that spotlight, but also you gotta own up to your shit. This has been a really, really, really interesting subject I've been watching unfold. TMZ has reported that Vine star Curtis Lepore was arrested for the sexual assault of fellow Vine star Jessi Smiles. The pair previously dated and remained friends after breaking up. Jessi had a concussion and Curtis offered to help her around the house until she recovered. The police report stated that Curtis allegedly raped Jessi while she napped. So, as in a lot of cases dealing with sexual assault, I've pretty much been disgusted with what people on Twitter and I guess Vine and YouTube or whatever have been saying. They basically have been calling Jessi, who right now is an alleged survivor of a sexual assault. That's the case. Basically saying that she's made it up for attention, or worse, that she deserves it. And while, yes, people are innocent until proven guilty, there is a way to... I don't know, it really bothers me that people are so quick to jump on someone who is a victim and support someone who's an alleged perpetrator. I don't know.
And it's wild to see like how quick, like how fast people are to make that distinction. You know what I mean? Like it's alarming and extremely disheartening.
Yeah, and I feel like it says more about our culture as a whole. Like we're not as progressive as we think. If that's the overwhelming response to this story.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, so once again, I'm Iggy.
And I'm Jojo.
And you just watched the 10 and 10. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.